Jason Fry, because he was the one that penned the novelization for The Last Jedi, and he tweeted, he tweeted a lot this week, and he basically went from beginning to end of the novel, explaining the process. Things that I took away from the tweets, he talks about Luke's death and how he thought that it was going to take so long for him to write. He said it actually was like one of the quickest things he wrote because he realized like subconsciously he's been approaching that scene his whole life, and then seeing what Rian did, boom, he was just able to fall into play. Talked about influences. There is a huge mound of new Star Wars canon books on his desk that he's like, I read all this stuff, but then he also read like Howard the Duck because he had a conversation with Rian Johnson saying that there
explains everything.
Because Rian Johnson said that the Howard the Duck book took chances with comedy.
When I made my Howard the Duck comment earlier, I did not realize that was further down here. Howard the Duck.
When you guys go through the tweets, I was really happy. Like, they talked about Han's funeral. I thought that was really a great moment. I don't know, David, did anything jump out to you?
I didn't read these because I haven't read the book yet, and I'd rather read the book yet, but I don't know if I want to read the book yet, so I didn't dive into his tweets.
I think you read the novelization, honestly, because it's not... I had the preconceived notion that the novelization of a movie is going to be the movie. And it's not. There's new scenes that are added. Like, there's the scene in the novelization where Chewie and Leia kind of hold each other on the Falcon at the end, a scene that we wish we would have gotten at the end of The Force Awakens.
And where was that in the...
we're on the same page there.
These things, if they're that important, they should be in the canon movies, because that's where the majority of the people are going to get their Star Wars story.
Well, and this has been brought up in the live chat, though. It's hard when you have a 2.5-hour movie to get everything in there. You start getting selective when you have to put stuff on the cutting room floor. Jesse, were you able to go through these tweets? Did you see anything that really stuck out to you?
Again, I'm kind of on the same page with David Gilbert. These are things that need to be in the film itself. As much as I found the humor of Chewie trying to eat a porg and the sad faces and the puppy eyes, did we need that? Honestly, we did not need that. Did we need Poe Dameron, basically pulling a prank on General Hux at the very beginning of the movie? That is a waste of space and storytelling. And no, that should have been cut. We should have had Han's funeral. That should have been seen at the end of The Force Awakens, which JJ did actually go, you're right, that should have been in there. So at least JJ acknowledges that he goofed on that. Okay? But when it comes to something like this, yes, it's neat kind of getting some of those side views, like when I read the Attack of the Clones novel as a kid, you get kind of a neat little chapter with Uncle Owen's dad losing his leg. I thought that was neat. Okay, that's kind of cool. I can understand why that wasn't, in the film. That's fine. But when you sit there and tell me about something like a major plot point, Han's funeral, or something like, it's just like, it makes me angry. Obviously,
well, you definitely
very passionate. So
I want to know if you're this heated, where you're watching our episode right now. If you're watching live or you're watching on the rewind, are you as frustrated as Jesse?
It's frustrating.
Are you as indifferent as David Gilbert? Are you just like Star Wars and you like it, you don't like it, it's whatever. At least you're getting new content like me. Let me know down in the comments below.